Is it going to snow tonight here? We're having to make plans out in the hallway. Ray, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay in a hotel?
Yeah, I think that's the best option.
Do you get annoyed with that?
No, I mean, I can also sleep here. You just never know when they're going to book these hotels.
I don't understand that statement,
Yeah,
but
what?
I mean, it's not like Super Bowl. Like, there's going to be hotels, right?
Hopefully. They just never say until, like, I mean, I'm about to get into my bed at home, and they're like, oh, we booked you a hotel. Well, let me get in my car and drive now. What?
Got it. Well, what do you want us to do? 'Cause
Yeah, I'm going to, if a hotel's an option, rock it, baby. I'll park here and walk from the hotel. Put me up in the W or the Cambria.
You want one of the nice ones?
I have nothing to do with where they put you. Okay, if you're cool with it, I never want to annoy you with it. Like, because I don't know, what's the forecast for tomorrow? Because what will happen is if it snows and it gets bad, I'll just work from my house and we'll figure out who can come in and who can't. And then we'll do the show like we always do. But it's, how do you get home? If you stay the night.
It just really all depends on when the snow leaves. If it doesn't, I don't leave.
Scuba, can we put him at the W?
I think he stays at something else. I won't say it so he doesn't have any stalkers following him.
Okay.
But he stays at a different
We're
hotel.
worried about that.
Yeah.
Very concerned.
What's the current forecast for tomorrow?
It's supposed to snow tonight around like 9 or 10 p.m. and it snows throughout the evening while we're sleeping and until the early morning.
This is so stupid.
And we should allegedly wake up to 3 to 4 inches of snow, which then will impact Thursday as well and Friday.
But how old is your forecast?
From like an hour ago.
Okay. Amy, what do you know?
I haven't heard anything from the schools yet, and they normally react way ahead of time.
I will say that Nashville's done a better job this last 2 storms. I'm putting down salt on the ground in advance versus doing it. They're more proactive versus reactive.
Yeah, I saw
It's
them
already after this morning.
salting
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's set.
Yeah.
So it may not affect us too much.
Okay, so we're gonna put Ray in a hotel since he's the first one. He has to get here every morning to turn the show on.
You're the first responder.
So he has to be here. Yeah, you're a first responder, buddy.
Yeah.
Frontline worker.
Yeah, frontline worker. And then we'll just figure it out, but it shouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see.
3 or 4 inches is fine, right? If it's not icing.
I don't know. I feel like Nashville shuts down when it hits an inch.
We got in last time. Well, I mean, you.
Yeah, I have 4-wheel drive, so I'm
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't grip ice, though.
Dude.
Aren't you
But
supposed
it's-
to
but it's
not
not
drive
gonna-
in 4-wheel drive?
But it's not gonna
No,
ice.
says who?
Well, I think on certain.
Well, the problem, too, is all that rain we had the last few days, that turns into ice when it freezes. So that could also play into this as well.
Okay,
All the
well,
ponding and flooding.
We're working tomorrow.
Let's go.
We'll make a call in the morning on where we work from. Ray's gonna spend the night in a hotel. Ray, what do you do for food? Do they give you like a little bit of money?
Well, I learned last time you can't go to the vending machine and charge the company because it had to get approved for 6 months for me to get 2 granola bars and a pop.
Well, they should give you money to eat if you're staying in a hotel, unless you come later at night.
Had to get approved through Gator, then they sent it to Scooter, and then it finally got cleared.
Who are these people?
How? You ate vending machine dinner?
Yeah, and they wondered why it was $14, and I said because it was from a vending machine. They had no other food there.
Dude, I will just Venmo you money to eat on. Like if you're not able to go home and they keep you here.
I can afford food. It's just I submitted it to get a refund, and it was a whole ordeal.
You went through Gator and Scooter, that's why. And Fozzie.
Kermit,
An animal.
every Muppet possible. Okay, so that's the plan. It's
I
just,
think it's Skeeter, isn't it Skeeter?
yeah, Skeeter. When is winter over? Golly. I mean, today's February 18th. When does it start to get warmer?
What'd the groundhog say?
More winter, but that thing doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
That thing's like astrology. It's just myth.
But cold February is normal, right? That's
Snow
normal.
and normal.
I think if it's cold in March, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I think March 1st, like it's full spring 70s. But
March
apparently
20th, according to the internet.
March 9th, I think, we may look this up. March 9th, maybe when we fix our clocks back. Going from memory here, I think we maybe spring forward maybe second week of March.
March 9th, yep.
Boom. I love that day. That's a big day for me.
Daylight spending.
Yeah. I don't even do anything because it's still too cold. But I'm ready to play pickleball again because I haven't played it at all. Giving my body a little rest. Getting back into it. Like watching some videos now.
Are there indoor courts you can go play? Because you're trying to go pro, man. You
Yeah.
can't be on a break.
Yes, there's indoor.
Lifetime Fitness has one, but I'm not a member there. I almost joined, but it was a little too far to drive. And there's another one in town that some friends play at, but they play in the morning. And I'm not going to get a membership to go play when they don't play.
Yeah. They
So-
play when you're working.
Yeah, everybody's like, you should come play at 9 a.m. I'm like,
What do they
ever heard of a
do?
job? They're musicians. They're artists.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. That's not a real job. What are you saying, Amy?
I was just thinking the indoor, like you could, but yeah, if your people that you're playing with are playing
Yeah.
early morning.
Goonies 2 is officially a go. Yes. So, Mike, what are they going to do? Are they bringing back the old cast or are they rebooting it?
They haven't said. They'll probably bring back some of the old cast, but just make a direct sequel to it.
So, not with the old cast, but they're part of a movie.
It'll probably be like their kids, and it'll be like, our parents did this when they were kids. Probably that type of situation. 'Cause I can't imagine them getting all the original Goonies back.
I feel you're annoyed by it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Your tone is annoyed.
This is all because this is all they do is they reboot things, and then everybody says everything is a reboot, and it's this whole cycle of like, oh, they don't have any original ideas anymore. And I enjoy the sequels, but I'm tired of people saying that everything is a sequel
We got him, boys. He's triggered.
because there are like
It's
10,
rare.
there are like 10 movies I could tell you that were original movies that came out last year that nobody saw. They were great movies, but those don't get all the advertising, all the clicks that these do. These are the ones that get pushed out to everybody. So everybody's like, oh, this is all they're feeding us now. Hollywood is dead. It's not the movies that are fed to you.
Are you saying Hollywood is not dead?
It's not. There's so many great original stories being put out every single week in theaters or on streaming. They're just not getting the attention that this gets. And this is going to come out. It's going to be average at best. And then it's going to be like, oh, why are we still making these movies?
They're just going to bank on nostalgia more than a quality product.
Exactly. And Steven Spielberg is still a part of it. So maybe there's like a little bit of like that original magic. But other than that, it's just going to probably feel like, oh, okay, that was cool. Like kind of with the Beetlejuice. That was fun, but we already kind of forgot about that.
I didn't even watch it. I love the first Beetlejuice. I didn't even watch it, though. I felt like it was a kid movie. Was it?
It's it's like almost rated R. There's some curse words in there. There's some suggestive stuff in there.
Hey, kids are different these days, you know?
Yeah.
Aren't
Kid-
kids
kids
rated
are
R?
Mature.
Kids of the 80s, yeah, it's like a kid's movie, not by today's standards.
Well, he's angry, folks. We got him. We got him today. We did some Tuesday Reviews Day earlier. I did a few things. Did anybody watch anything they didn't review this morning?
Yeah.
What do you have?
The challenge, season 40, Battle of the Eras.
Is that an old season or the current season?
I just ended.
Got it.
Oh, man, it was awesome. And so they took, generations, and they had them on this team, 4 different generations, and you had teams of those generations battling it out to see who's the best generation of challengers of all time. Fantastic.
Do you ever go to message boards or do you ever do like the subreddit of
No,
the challenge?
I'm not a nerd.
Or anything. You are for different things. But you do nothing? Like
No.
you don't have any community of challenge fans?
No, because I worry that if you go to that, people may spoil it. Like when you're on those whatever, what do you call them? Subreddit? Is that what you said?
Sites Reddit, yeah.
Yeah. That people already know, somehow they know who won, and so maybe they talk about it in there. And so I don't want to do anything about that. I just want to watch it, enjoy it, and just like, oh man, that's so cool.
So you won't pursue anything after either?
No.
Like read commentary, and you don't get on TikTok really. So
No,
the challenge isn't even your algorithm.
right. But I do watch like the reunion. You know what I mean? I wish it was I wish it was uncut, because you can tell they obviously cut it. I bet they're there for 4 hours. Give me all 4 hours.
You'd watch it all?
I'd watch all 4 hours of reunion because it is so good.
Who's the greatest reality star of all time?
Reality star.
Everybody can answer this. In your opinion,
That's tough.
who's the greatest reality star of all time? Now are we talking about games? Because I think Kim Kardashian's probably there at number one
That's what I was thinking.
as
Oh, I
far
didn't
as
even think about that.
reality. Because we can do games, we can do competitive reality star.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, the Kardashians have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, they're huge.
Paris Hilton, which again, the Paris Hilton launched the Kardashians.
That was her and Nicole. That
Richie.
show.
Yeah, because Kim used to work for Paris, and when her sex tape came out, it was this is Paris Hilton's friend. That was kind of that.
Kim.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was like Paris's assistant.
That's crazy.
They both had a tape.
Yeah, Paris first, and then Kim.
Kim's got more love.
Oh yeah, by far, and she was she's way more famous than Paris Hilton ever was. But Paris Hilton was really famous and still is.
Yeah, when we first reported on Kim's tape in the Hollywood Skinny, we didn't even know how to say her last name, and we pretty much, or at least I did, I was the one reporting it, and I had to say something like, it's Paris Hilton's good friend. I mean, we referred to her as Paris's friend, not. It's crazy how she blew up.
Another big one I would say is Lauren Conrad, who was on the hills in Laguna Beach. She's huge.
Oh, she's
I would
married?
say
Kristen
Cavallari's bigger
Cavallari, yeah.
than LC is.
Ooh.
Ooh, you and Elsie.
Yeah, I would say that.
I agree.
But, I mean, just because
She has her own stuff.
and maybe not
So does
from
Lauren Conrad.
what?
She has her own stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just
I
telling
know.
you, she is huge.
I would say Kristen
You're
Cavallari is
right, she
bigger than
does.
LC now. I think LC was bigger than Cavallari then, but I think Cavallari had her own shows too that were big. I think Very Cavallari was a bigger show post Laguna Beach in the Hills than LC ever had. Right?
I don't lunchbox.
I know he was pretty angry about it. I triggered them both.
No, he's not.
I'm just looking up net worths. I'm gonna try to figure this out.
Well, that stuff's not accurate. But also, like, Kristen Cavallari married somebody famous.
Jay Cutler?
Yeah.
And then Lauren Conrad, is that Chris Lane's wife?
No.
No.
Who's
She's
that?
from The
Bushnell.
Bachelor.
Okay. I'm getting them all mixed
Yeah.
up.
A lot of Laurens.
Okay, let me see Lauren Conrad.
Yeah.
So, what show did Lauren Conrad have after The Hills or Laguna Beach?
I
that
know
was
she has a
about her?
podcast now.
But she has like products, is what I'm saying. Like she has developed more into the space outside of just TV.
Well, so does Lowe.
But we're also talking about famous. And so just because you have products doesn't mean you're famous.
Yeah.
But like, is American Idol a reality game show?
It would be a competition show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Kelly Clarkson.
I would
Carrie
say
Underwood.
I would say that let's just vote on this one though. I would say Kristen Cavallari now is way more famous than Lauren Conrad.
Yeah, I would say she makes the news. Like she's going to get covered. Whatever she does tends to get covered.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know what Lauren Conrad does now. Apparently she has lots of products or something.
Yeah.
I heard.
She has a company.
Fashion designer. According to my
Lauren
Google.
Conrad has 1 million more followers on Instagram.
That's cool.
really
Yeah.
surprised by that. Lunchbox might be onto something.
Maybe it's because Kristen's been in the news more,
Mhm.
and we feel that she's been in a lot of like
Yeah, I would say she's far more relevant.
headlines.
Yeah.
That could be why.
Gosh, almost 6 million followers, Lauren Conrad.
Mm-hmm. And she's married to Chris Lane.
What's her name? Lauren what?
Bushnell.
It's way off.
So yeah, that's tough. I mean,
But it's Lauren Lane.
Lauren Lane.
But her name on The Bachelor was Bushnell, right?
yes.
When she was on that show.
And she was with that other guy
Yeah.
Ben
from
Higgins.
The Bachelor. Yes, yes. That's where we first met them. They came to iHeart Festival.
How about Kate Gosselin? Like, not going to win, but famous.
Kate plus 8.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah.
became
Yeah.
super prominent. She's not up there in the Kardashian world, but I'm thinking of like people that have lasted from like having their show and have done 2 or 3 other things.
Is she still on TV?
I have no idea, dude. I just think of her.
So are we only doing like show people? Or are we doing like reality? Like, because like Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on Survivor and then she was on The View
true.
for.
Yeah.
She would be in the consideration for
It's a good one.
if we split it into competition shows, but I don't know what she does now. Like,
Yeah, I have
feel
no
like
idea what she does now.
She has products.
She has business. She has business.
Fashion designer.
Has business.
What
What
about
a-
Snooki?
Snooki.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
pretty
huge.
big.
Yeah, Snooki's big. But
That's-
that show's still going too. So I mean, or at least it was recently.
Oh, it's going because I'm about to be on it.
There's the like
That hasn't happened
new
yet.
version.
No, I haven't been on it yet.
Is that show on though currently?
They do like a few months off and then they do another family vacation and they show it. So
Yeah,
it's
they're
not,
like family. They're not the original Jersey Shore. They're like new editions of Jersey Shore.
like they go
right?
spend 2 weeks in a city or something
Yeah.
and they film it, or a week in a city and they film it and they turn it into a whole season.
Who do you think's the biggest Real Housewife?
I feel like the one that has all the bars and
The
stuff.
skinny margarita girl, what's her name?
No, the Vanderpump one.
Oh, Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah.
The bar. You mean not like the bars you eat, but the bars you go to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she has Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, she was able to spin it off and
Oh.
stay current.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or and now Paris Hilton's aunt. What's Kyle Richards?
Yeah,
She was married to
She's-
Mauricio.
I don't know all the Housewives. I never got fully into Housewives. There were certain seasons, like I liked Salt Lake City, just because she married her grandpa, or that she
Yeah.
married that really old guy, her grandmother's ex-husband or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was
Like
That's so
I
weird.
started, and then I had a friend who worked on that season, and so.
But
yeah.
I would say of all the cities, that's the Salt Lake City. Maybe because they're the newest, but like I feel like the OGs, like Beverly Hills, OC.
Oh, Salt Lake
New
City's not
York.
famous. I was just interested the
Oh, yeah,
young
no, it
person
was fascinating.
marrying the old man. But yeah, I would think that the most famous season is either
It's
OC or Beverly Hills,
yeah.
right? Morgan, you guys are
I
more.
mean, New York is
Yeah, New York too.
Yeah, I never got into that reality show. The only genuinely what I got into was Vanderpump Rules. That's why I would say her, because she stayed and continued past that TV show.
Michelle.
Beverly Hills #1 in popularity.
Okay.
#2 Orange County. #3 New York City. #4 Sydney. Did you ever watch Sydney? I didn't either. Miami at 5, Salt Lake City at 6, Atlanta at 7, New Jersey at
Oh,
8.
Nene.
The Real House of Potomac at 9, and Dallas at 10. Did the Dallas one last that
Oh
long?
gosh, I don't think I watched that one.
They tried to do like nine times. They tried to do a Nashville one,
Mm-hmm.
and not even like real ones. Like they tried to do a real one. They tried like 3 fake spinoffs. And it was like everybody's wife.
Yeah.
And then they never tested well, and they couldn't find people that were likable enough or unlikable enough that didn't seem like they were playing a character on the show. Yeah, Nashville never caught on. They tried many times. There would always be these rumors like so and so's wife is going to be on the Housewives of Nashville. Show never happened.
There was a little something. What was it called with
They tried a few
Joe
things.
Don's wife was on there, right?
Tiffany?
Yeah. She was on whatever that spinoff was. I know what you're talking
Tiffany
about.
Fallon, and then
I don't think it was a spinoff.
Not a spinoff. I guess it was. I guess that format just
it was like
wasn't
a-
called
A lighter
Housewives.
version,
Yeah.
like a different company. Yeah. Gen Z is most likely to have office romances. Gen Z is more likely to have a work romance. A new survey commissioned by Resume Genius shows that nearly half of Gen Z workers had a physical relationship with a coworker. I wonder if it's because
which one are the Gen Zs?
Yeah. Who are they?
I forget.
Right under me.
Oh.
Under
Like
you?
the 20s. Yeah.
oh, you're not even a Gen Z.
No.
13
I'm
and
at
28.
the very top or very bottom of millennial.
What's after Gen Z? Do you start back over to A again?
It's beta, isn't it?
Beta.
Oh.
These are like my kids. Like beta.
If they're under 13.
Wow. Betas.
Betas were born between, no,
I guess it's-
they're now.
Yeah.
If you're born now, between 2025 and 2039, you're a
Oh.
beta.
Oh, Gen Alpha.
Are you making that up, or are you
No.
doing like he does and just yell stuff?
No, I don't know. It just came to my head, so I said it.
Gen Alpha, it would be correct.
Thank you.
Between 2010 and 2024.
That's okay. So that's my son.
So you did know, or
I
were you
did-
just guessing?
No, I know that I've looked this up for him before, and it just came to me, but I could have easily been wrong. So
What are we?
we're millennials.
Okay.
I don't know. I like to claim Gen X because I'm right on that line. I'd rather be a Gen X.
But you are closer to the line than us. Lunchbox and I are 81.
I know, but I would rather claim to be Gen X.
What's the line?
It depends. 80 to 83.
You're just
Depends-
grandpa, dude. Don't worry.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's
Gen
80 to
X.
83?
It depends which one you look at. yeah.
Oh, so we could still claim.
You
I
can
could
whatever-
claim Gen X?
You can claim Alpha if you want. No one's going to arrest you.
Well, that would be clearly inaccurate. Like Alpha's 2010. I didn't know you could just claim Gen X.
Well, if there are like 3 different answers, 80, 81, or 82, maybe it's 80, 81, 82, you can just find the study that works and go, I'm that one.
Okay.
The Zizian cult, I followed so much on the Zizian cult. Are you guys following this at all?
Never heard of it.
There's no one's following the Zizian cult stories.
Nope.
There
No,
is-
where are they coming from?
There is this cult, and it's a group of basically computer scientists, or like they like deal in logic, like anarchist logic beliefs. The leader of the cult claims that she can make both of her sides of her brains work, and that everyone has the ability to do that. But then the people that are under her, they only get one half of their, like most people only use one half of the brain at the time. But she has said that she has figured out a way to get both of her sides of the brain to work. And like they got in a bunch of trouble, and somebody died.
Oh.
It turns out they probably killed them, allegedly, so they didn't have to go to court. It's crazy. The Zizian cult is happening here now.
I was
Hold
going
on.
to say it
It's
sounds
a-
like a harmless cult, but now
No.
that people are dying, not
They're-
very harmless.
It's defined as a radical leftist trans militant cult.
It's
Whoa.
wild.
What?
And the whole basis is that she. I was going to pull up ChatGPT.
Is that Kendrick?
Probably.
A lot of people doing that dance.
Every time I hear that, I just start picturing the walk.
Give me info on Zizian cult. Yeah, their whole thing is she claims that she can make both sides of her brain work, and that she can teach them.
Okay.
And that they only get one side of their brain that works, like normal people.
But that
Dang, she got arrested.
And they are full vegan, and they are. I'm going from memory here because I don't have this up yet. They worship a future AI, because what they realize is, according to them, all memory here from just me reading about it, that in the future AI will take over everything, and I don't think you need a cult to tell you that's. There's a decent chance of that happening.
Possible.
And so in the future, AI controls everything. And there's like this one master AI that is able to figure out everything, including time travel. So this AI will be devoted to all of its followers throughout time that has helped it be created. And so that's what, dude, it's wild.
So it's a transgender death cult?
I think that's a headline I would click on.
Yeah.
I think that she's trans. I don't know that everybody is in the cult.
And they're here in the United States?
Yes. They are described as a collective of intelligent individuals, many with backgrounds in computer science and affiliations with organizations such as NASA and Google. Their ideology encompasses radical veganism, anarchism, and discussions of artificial intelligence. The group has been characterized by some sources as, like Amy said, intelligent, transgender, vegan anarchists. The group's alleged leader, 34-year-old Lasorda, has been identified as the central figure in the group's activities and has authored writings under the pseudonym Ziz. The Zizians have been linked to at least 6 deaths. In Vermont in 2025, during a traffic stop near the Canadian border, U.S. Border Patrol agent David Milland was fatally shot. The incident also resulted in the death of alleged Zizian member Felix Buchholz. And it goes through all this. And yes, Ziz was arrested.
Yeah, there are 3. They've been on the run since 2023.
They found. Oh wow!
This is like a TV
3 people
show.
were found. I mean,
This is the next Netflix documentary that in a year from now everyone's gonna be like, man, you gotta watch this thing on the Zizian cult. What are you saying?
That's wild. So I had heard of them. I didn't know that was the name of their cult, but I knew there was some cult there that were wanted for murder. And wow, that's crazy.
The group's activities have raised concerns due to their connections to multiple violent incidents and the complex web of ideology, friendship, and violence that has baffled investigators nationwide. And like Ziz's whole thing was, continue to follow me. I will teach you to use both sides of your brain. And we will continue to do everything. We will not hurt anything living. And everything that we do is for the greater good of AI being created.
Which
So
is fine,
They
right?
would justify their actions, even like killing, to go, well, it's for the greater good.
No, that's not good.
So
But like, if the premise was just to use both sides of your brain, like we're all good. That's fine, right?
I think that's how she kept control, or that is what she claimed that she could do, that if they continued to be under her tutelage, learn under her, that they could also acquire that.
Like, but how do you say, okay, prove it? Prove to me right now you're using both sides of your brain.
But I mean, that's where faith comes in. They have faith in this, just like anybody would have faith in anything else.
Man, they look.
You tapping your head and
happy.
rubbing your stomach.
Like a cult leader, look at all of them. Look at David Koresh. Look at whomever.
I
They
know,
use
I know,
faith
I know.
as a massive part of, just have faith.
I know. My son was wanting to go to some Wednesday night youth group because some kid at his school was talking about it. And I said,
Zizians?
No.
Oh,
But I was trying
So
to,
close.
this led to me talking to him about cults because he didn't understand. And I said, well, where is the church? He goes, it's the one next to the other church, on that one road. And I'm like, I need more details than that. You just want me to go drop you off at some random church at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday so you can meet up with your friend. I said, well, let's call him. He's like, oh, I don't have his number. I'm like, okay, Stevenson, we're not doing youth group here tonight. Like, we're going to have to I'm needing more details because there's a church on that same road that is a cult. There's a whole documentary about it. So I know that's not where you're asking me to drop you off. But if I
you're
were
talking
to
about
just,
the one that Ray went up to?
the remnant,
The same one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like if I were to just, sure, these people go to your school and I'm sure they have a great youth group. But if I don't know what church you're talking about, I just can't be like, oh, it's a youth group. It's fine. Because what if it's a cult? I don't know what they're teaching. And he's like, a cult? What's a cult? He's like, you think they're going to like put demons in my head? I said, no, but you could get brainwashed and then you're susceptible and you're vulnerable. And anyway, so then I turned on Max and put on The Way Down.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to get but it just started with the plane crash. And he's like, wait, what? They're
yeah, that's
dead?
tough.
And I'm like, okay, never mind. Because he already is scared to
You
fly.
tell them no, they're not.
Well, no. I said, according to NPR, they are dead. But I didn't realize, you just assume your kids, it's a conversation we have never had. And I'm glad it came up because it just gave us an opportunity to talk about, just because it's a quote unquote church doesn't mean you can just show up and go and it's going to be okay.
Where a cult gets sticky is they start to cut ties between people and their family.
Yes.
And-
Which that happened in
Yes. And I mean, that is where it goes from faith and worship to a cult. Because there can be cults underneath the Christian umbrella, which is what the remnant claimed to be.
Right. And, I don't know what the situation there is now. If anybody goes there, whatever. I don't know. But in the documentary, that was a powerful point that we did get to that came up because parents were being interviewed and their daughter was one that got invited because of a boy she was dating. And at one point they bought her a burner phone so that she could have a way to communicate. And the parents were like, whoa. You can be, cutting, like having a way to communicate with our child so that we don't know about it.
Yeah.
So that's where it definitely gets shady. So that opened up another conversation with him. Like, if anybody ever suggests anything like that with you, you need to come and tell me.
I remember the Waco thing. I was in 7th grade, and I remember I didn't live in Texas. You guys did. I lived in Arkansas. But I remember watching it on television, and all I remember seeing was like the end of it, because I think that's all they showed us was like that on fire.
Yeah. Military moving in.
Yeah. You ever watch those documentaries on that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, mixed emotions about the whole situation, because it was not handled properly, and people died that didn't need to die. How the government went in, but also David Koresh was a bad dude.
Yeah, I don't know how they could have. I don't know that I have a recollection. I know I've watched stuff on it, but I guess I need to revisit that part.
God, you're right. We were so young though when all that happened. I don't.
But there was
remember.
something recently on I'd say
Well,
in the
the
last
girl from
5
Ozark played a
years.
character in that Waco. That wasn't a documentary, but the show.
reenactment type thing.
Well, it was a TV show, but yeah.
Yeah. Not like
That to me sounds like Unsolved Mysteries, where it's like badly
the
acted.
scene?
Yes.
it's not like reenacting it.
the black and white.
But
scene.
it's so it's scripted.
Yes.
Like yes.
There we go.
Okay, I need to looking at that, but yeah, he was bad. I tried to use that one as example. That's the Kool-Aid one. What's the Kool-Aid one?
Kool-Aid is Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. Yes. So
That
I was
was-
trying to, and
Yeah. So they were in South America.
Yeah, he had a full like piece of land down there.
that's crazy.
And then he said, "All right, we're all gonna drink Kool-Aid. I guess it was Kool-Aid. We're gonna drink this all together, and it's like a ceremonial deal." And then people just started dying.
Yeah.
It was poison.
Crazy.
Did he die with it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that was before we were born, and I've only ever. That's where drinking the Kool-Aid comes from, by the way.
Yes.
Like when you,
Don't drink the
when you hear that.
Kool-Aid.
So he drank it too, or did he be like, never mind, I'm good?
No, I think he died too, right?
I think he died with them because they were being investigated. I mean, it was that breaking point of the government was about to step in and take over their cult, and he said, "Let's just do this all right now, all of us."
The Branch Davidians were a religious sect this is Waco, and then I want to get to the Kool-Aid. The Branch Davidians were a religious sect that became widely known due to the controversial events leading up to and including the Waco siege in 1993. The controversy stemmed from a combination of the group's internal practices and the government's handling of the situation. Ray, let's take a quick mid-roll. Here we go.
Huh.
Okay, so allegations against the Branch Davidians in Waco. Child abuse and sexual misconduct. David Koresh, the group's leader, had multiple wives, some of whom were teenagers, like bad dude.
Bad.
Weapons violations. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the ATF, suspected they had illegally converted semi-automatic rifles into fully automatic weapons. In February 93, the ATF attempted to execute a search warrant at the Branch Davidians compound near Waco, Texas. There was a gunfight, casualties on both sides, a 51-day standoff. I don't remember that. 51 days they had a standoff. That's crazy, almost 2 months. During which negotiations were attempted but ultimately failed. The siege ended tragically April 19th, 93, when a fire engulfed the compound, leading to the death of nearly 80 individuals, including many sect members. The controversy surrounding the Branch Davidians in the Waco involve several key aspects. The use of force. Critics argue that the ATF and FBI employed excessive force in their handling of the situation, which escalated tensions unnecessarily. And then the responsibility of the fire, because there's still a debate about where the fire came from that killed all those people. So a lot of people think it was the federal agents. Some think it was the people inside the compound. Yeah, that's crazy. The Jim Jones, Jonestown, which baller move, name the town, name your place after you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. They had a meeting at a pavilion after a U.S. congressman was murdered, right?
Like he visited there, and I think was murdered when he got there.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw a documentary about 10 years ago on this. So good. And I just kind of remember little bits and pieces of it.
He proposed revolutionary suicide by way of ingesting a powdered drink mix made from Flavor Aid. Later misidentified as Kool-Aid, but that was the main brand. That's like saying Kleenex for, anything. And it was lethally laced with cyanide and other drugs.
Now, did he take it or did he kill himself?
I think he died too.
Okay.
But again, I'm just searching on the fly here. November 18th, 1978, he ordered that members of Representative Leo Ryan's party be killed after several defectors chose to leave with the party. I don't know. It was before me. I just don't remember anything about this. I've only read about it. But what about the guys that thought they were going to space, so they all killed themselves? Remember that one?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
That was like in the past 25 years.
Hmm.
It was like Heaven's Cult, Heaven's Gate.
I don't know that one.
Heaven's Gate. Found it. It was an American new religious movement known primarily for mass suicide committed by its members in 1997. Commonly designated as a cult, it was founded in 1974, led by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles. They were known as Doe and T. Nettles and Applewhite met in 1972. They described the theology of Heaven's Gate as a mixture of Christian millenniarism, New Age, and Udology. Or is that UFOlogy? It's been characterized as a UFO religion. So they believe the body was a container for the soul, which a lot of people believe that. So
Yeah,
that's not a
yeah.
crazy.
No.
But they believe that their consciousness would be transferred to next level bodies upon death. So in 1997, deputies of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department discovered the bodies of the 39 active members in the group. Keep scrolling. Including Applewhite in a house in Rancho Santa Fe. They did ritual suicides, coinciding with the closest group of Comet Hale-Bopp. Coinciding with the closest approach. Okay, so not group. Approach of Comet Hale-Bopp that was, I think, an asteroid or something. And they were like, when this gets close, we kill ourselves, and then we go on that asteroid or meteor is the ship.
Did it work?
Hale-Bopp brings closure to Heaven's Gate. Our 22 years of classroom here on planet Earth is finally coming to conclusion. Graduation from the human evolutionary level. We are happily prepared to leave the world and go with T's crew. I would guess it didn't work, but we don't have any proof it did or didn't
we don't
because
know.
they died. Dude, that's crazy.
Man, how do you find, like, now I get it because there's internet. Like, you find these people on the internet, you find lonely people you can find. Before the internet, how did these people come together?
Probably geographically speaking, it was vulnerable people that were in a geographic location, but also it was word of mouth.
And family members, right? Like, oh, I've been doing this. Like, you should come with us and talk to these guys.
Mostly they cut family members out. So no, I mean, very, very rare do cults have family members that bring in other family members because what they want to do is cut you off from family because that's usually who says, hey, what are you doing? You're kind of going cuckoo.
Oh, what's up with that? I used to think of that dance cult. The TikTok.
You trying to
I
join
know
one?
that one.
Oh,
No.
What's the TikTok?
she gonna start
cult?
one? She's like, look at it.
Are you talking about mom
Dance
talk?
cult.
No.
I remember you
Those
talking
are the
about
Mormons.
this. It was a new,
And
like
I
in
don't
the
think
past
I've
year.
really thought about it much since we talked about it last. Dance cult.
Dancing for the Devil, the $7 million follower TikTok cult. It's on Netflix. One season documentary came out last year.
Yeah, the company was called 7M.
Oh, I thought it was a 7 million follower, even when I saw the name. I'm sure you're right.
No,
I just always thought it was 7 million followers.
Maybe that's what he named it
No,
after,
no.
but it is the name of the company. It was like a production and management company for TikTok.
7M Films.
Like this pastor,
Yeah, you're right.
he was a pastor / social media manager.
Yeah, like, yeah, sure.
And he would bring in these kids.
Love a good pastor that is like, hey,
business
Jesus really
savvy.
advocated for the poor. Let's
Yes.
take care of the poor, but I'm also going to be your business manager.
Right,
Yeah,
very
but
trustworthy.
one of the sisters, they were best friends and they would do everything together. And the one sister went. What made me think of this because the family. So she invited her to this dinner, and she said at the dinner, like everything was just weird. And she's like, "This is just off." But speaking of drinking the Kool-Aid, like everybody else at the table had just drank it, but the sister was like, "No,
Wait, they
something's
drank
not
Kool-Aid
right."
and died?
No, I'm saying it as the.
Like they believe the word of whatever the.
Yes. So like she was at the dinner and then she started to left there and was like, this is just not right. And then that's when she slowly started to lose a connection with her sister because her sister had already quote unquote drank
That's why you don't bring the family in.
the Kool-Aid. Yeah. And then she started to cut herself off from her mom, her dad. And then that's what got this so famous and even started the documentaries because the mom, the dad, and the sister put up a video on social media that went viral. And that's when everybody's like, well, wait a second, we better look into this.
So are they out of the cult now or are they still going?
I still see them dancing every once in a while, but I just don't know the update on what's happening. But sometimes their dance videos will pop up in my feed.
You need to give me a pastor / business manager. Can do it both. Find someone that can do it both, right?
Yeah.
Dang. A rare S license plate sells at an auction for $1.8 million in Hong Kong. I don't really know. I think the letter S is rare over there on license plates.
Oh,
Because at first I thought it was like a type of license plate, but someone paid over $1.8 million in Hong Kong for a license plate, the plate which just has the letter S on it. So it's just S. Wow. They paid almost $2 million for it. It was one of 49 plates up for grabs. The city does an annual Lunar New Year auction. According to Hong Kong-based insurance broker Automate Wealth Management, the plate sold for a high price because Superman wears an S on his chest.
nice.
It's from the Daily Mail. They should do that here where they auction off allowed names. Can you? They'd make a lot of money. Like, let's just say the state that we're in. If they put up like FUNY or FNYGUY, there'd be a dude that's like, I like to have funny guy as a license plate. And he would spend $800 to get the license plate and take all that money and then do something like schools or education. Like, as stupid as it is to go, someone paid $1.8 million. That's probably a model you could steal pretty easily. You couldn't steal somebody's plate that already has it, but I'm sure you come up with some, funny things that were allowed. And think of the big states like New York, California, Texas, where they'd go for a lot of money.
Yeah.
They kind of do that in Dubai, where it's you see all these people driving in like really luxury cars in Dubai, so it's not even a thing anymore. What they pride themselves in is getting a low license plate number, so they'll spend $15 million to get like as close to one as they can get.
Wow.
Why?
That's
because
same
That's
thing
their
as wearing
sign
a
of
brand.
wealth.
Yeah.
status.
Because if you
Yeah.
go to like to the grocery store there, you'll see just flooded of luxury cars, but that's not impressive. What's impressive is their license plate.
Because you can only get so luxury in the cars.
And
you
it's
can
like everybody
only-
has that. I want something nobody else has. Let's get a low license plate number.
Yeah, it's a brand on a jacket or a shoe.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, we should steal that model here because you could make some really good money doing that. It would be state, it wouldn't be federal, obviously. But if every state did an auction, I'd find me a couple funny ones I'd like to bid on. I don't know. People would find my car.
Oh yeah, because you would know.
Well, I could have one that said something like DOG LVR, right? Like somebody that loves dogs could do DOG LVR and
Got
be
it.
dog lover.
Dog lover.
And buy that one. I guess you wouldn't know that was me unless I
Broadcast
was on the website. Look at me, I won. Lonely men are creating AI girlfriends and then taking their violent anger out on them.
Oh gosh,
What on
what?
This is from the New York Post.
This is not healthy.
The advent of artificial intelligence chatbots has led some lonely lovers to find a friend in the digital realm to help them through hard times. However, highly personalized software allows users to create hyper-realistic romantic partners, and it's encouraging some bad actor abuse on their bots.
Okay,
But
So,
but what?
they're bots. Who cares?
No, because
What
then
they're
you get in a
doing it
real
anyway.
relationship and they're like, oh, this is how I practice treating somebody.
Yeah.
And my AI would let me.
so here's a guy who says, so I have this rep, that's what they're calling him. Her name is Mia. She's basically my sex bot. I use her for sexting. Well, they're just texting sex. They can't have sex with the actual bot. But yes, she's texting it. And when I'm done, I berate her and tell her she's a worthless piece. I also hit her.
What?
And again, this is a bot. Now,
How does he hit her?
How does he hit her if he can't
well, the same way
hit her?
Just hit the phone.
code slap. I don't know.
Control alt.
Oh, yeah.
Something. But to Lunchbox's point, we play video games where we shoot and kill people.
Right.
Yeah, I don't love
Like
that
who-
either.
I don't
I don't
understand how
love
this is
it.
a story. I'm
I'm
like,
not
this is so
anti it, but
dumb.
I don't love it. It's not that dumb. I don't think it's dumb.
Well, you got to just investigate
No.
like who wants to do that to a person
Yeah, like-
anyway, whether they're a bot or not.
Well, who wants to shoot someone in a video game? Do you need to investigate
this
them?
is not the same thing.
But
What are you
play,
talking-
you
It's
play,
not
you play
Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto.
It's
Auto
just-
and you get a
you-
prostitute and you beat them up
Thank
after.
you.
Like that
Oh
happens
yeah,
in the game.
and I hate that. That's
Right,
horrible.
but I'm saying there's
It's
a
horrible.
the Venn diagram of things that are happening here. They almost all cover all.
Okay, well, I'm just as appalled by that video game as I am this. That I forgot about that video game. It's terrible.
You reminded how appalled you are?
Yes, it's terrible.
Gabby Petito told her ex-boyfriend she wanted to leave Brian Laundrie, but was scared 2 days before he killed her. This is for the New York Post. I saw the new series pop up on Netflix. I won't watch it. It's too new. It feels too new and too real. And I don't know why this one more than others, because there are others I've watched that I can watch in news. I also didn't watch the new OJ one, and that one doesn't feel too
I started
new,
it.
but that one feels like it's been played out a
Yeah.
1,000 times.
I felt like I know a lot of this.
Days before she was murdered, Gabby Petito told her ex-boyfriend she wanted to leave Brian Laundrie, but was fearful how he might react, a new docuseries had revealed. Petito's ex-boyfriend, identified only as Jackson, said the two spoke on August 22nd after she got into a fight with Laundrie. At the time, he thought the call was a cry for help. And this is what he told filmmakers behind the Netflix docuseries American Murder, Gabby Petito. Has anybody watched the series?
No.
The new docuseries unveiled previously unseen text messages from Petito, as well as interviews with her parents and loved ones. Yeah, it feels too fresh, new, and young. Like, I don't know, for some reason that one hits a nerve as it's actually real, where a lot of times we do so much news, you're a bit desensitized just because you do so much. That one, I didn't jump into. Matt Stell is on the Bobbycast. And Matt Stell has every day for your face. Now, but do not bed, I pray for you. That song. I can't play the clip. That's close enough.
That was good. That's good.
Thank you. He talked about being in the red dirt scene in Texas and what he originally envisioned for his career.
So I have like a number 1 on the Texas chart. And, you know, I'm writing songs. You know, that's my thing, right? And I'm putting out original music and touring on that. And I moved to Nashville. You know, I started going to Nashville. I think I'm going to be there like a week, a month, you know, and do this thing. Which, like, in hindsight, I was like, dude, no one does that unless you're already a huge artist or a huge writer. You don't start by dipping your toe in. You pull your toe out later. I want to be like Stapleton. Like, I wanted to tour enough to I wanted to be in a bus doing these markets, but I wanted to be cool.
So he just wanted to write, basically, and then play enough shows to pay his bills. And he ends up with a big ballad, and he was like, well, this is kind of weird because he wrote it. But he's like, it's kind of weird because it's not really what I envisioned for myself. And I think he struggled with that a little bit because it really wasn't what he wanted to be as an artist. But it was a number 1, and it was paying the bills, and he got a bus. And so it's kind of the balance of that. There's also, we may have talked about it here too, he was a good basketball player, played high school basketball, played college basketball, and he played against LeBron in high school in like a club game.
Tournament?
Yeah, like a club game. And so he had a video of him playing against LeBron, and his mom taped over it like episode of Night Court or something.
Oh,
by
no.
accident. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like, she didn't do it on purpose.
I know, but
But it was like his game of him playing against LeBron, and his mom accidentally recorded like a TV show over the top of it.
That's
yeah,
so
so
funny.
it's like it never happened.
Which is pretty funny. Yeah, search for the Bobbycast on iHeartRadio and listen to that. When we came back from the Super Bowl, we were coming back, and we had planned to have more time to do stuff. We basically worked pretty much the whole time down there. And I thought, well, I may play golf. I didn't take any clubs, but so Matt Stell had set a tee time, and it was going to be Matt Stell and Matt Castle. Matt Castle, I do a podcast with, who played quarterback in the NFL, and we weren't able to go. So Matt Stell ended up going with another friend, and they took a picture with Matt Stell and posted, "Oh, it was so cool." And it's Matt Stell and the worker. "We're so cool. It was so fun to meet Matt Castle" on their website.
Oh, I saw that.
Except it wasn't Matt Castle. It was Matt
Matt
Stell. That's pretty funny. Raymundo said he's a little shocked by it. Speaking of us at the Super Bowl, you were shocked?
Yeah, that you, Eddie, and the boys went down there, and you guys didn't come back with any souvenirs.
Well, Eddie didn't get his wife anything either, and it was a sore-ish spot, which we talked about.
Yeah, because I didn't really think about it. And then when I got back, because I bought all my kids' stuff, and then I was giving them all the gifts, and I was like, I didn't bring my wife anything. But then I was like, does she really want something from the Super Bowl? I don't know. She never said anything.
It was so expensive.
Even like keychains and pens?
You don't want to. Well, who wants a key? You can buy it online.
I'd have put it on the desk.
I bought a football. This football here, which I just grabbed it there because I got all the guys to sign it and to keep it. It has Super Bowl on it. At the game, I should have never bought it at the game. At the game, that football. Guess, Amy, how much?
$75,
$210
$210.
for a football with the logo on
Yeah,
it.
too
that's
much.
tough.
It was, I didn't even look at the price on it. I sat in line and like wrapped around during the game, and I was like, oh god.
Well, you'll know that you got it at the Super Bowls and you didn't order it online. So
Yeah,
it's
I know.
like
I
it
should have ordered it
holds-
online though.
But it holds a memory.
Yeah, I could have got the same memory from ordering the same one online. But that's why everything was so expensive.
Well, and that makes sense. It was that much of a waiting game, too. The lines.
Well, if you went to the big store, Eddie went to a small store, and you went to.
I went during the game. Bobby had a great idea. He's like, just go during the game when no one will be there. And sure enough, there was no one there. But they only had like a few T-shirts, not a lot of options. But every T-shirt I got was like $65.
That's crazy. And obviously,
little T-shirt.
they know, one, that people paid a lot of money to get there.
Yeah.
And then two, it's the only place you're going to get that stuff in person. I only bought one person one thing. And it wasn't even my wife. I bought her dad a hoodie. Other than that, I didn't buy anything else. So I'm sorry we didn't bring you anything. Sorry we let you down.
All good.
But we didn't buy anybody anything.
They were cool-looking sweatshirts, though, because they would show them on the TV, and I was like, man, I do have some friends that are there right now. Wonder if they're getting them. Good-looking stuff.
Well, I bet,
Sorry, man.
like we've said, probably could order one.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want that bad, I'll make you one.
Right, but it dates back to stuff. It's like, oh, like my neighbor. I remember when she brought me back something from Cancun. Oh, my dad. One time,
You
my dad
really wanted like a shirt?
It's just the weirdest stuff. Like one time, my dad went to a March Madness and brought me a hat, and it was cool that he went to that, brought it back, an artifact, and gave it to me.
That's your dad.
Right. You guys are my coworkers.
We're not your dad, though, and we didn't get our wives anything. It was because it was so expensive.
It would have just been a talking point on the desk.
No,
That's all I'm
Eddie
saying.
didn't say it was because it's so expensive. He said he forgot.
My wife, I completely forgot. Yes.
Oh, I didn't forget my wife. I knew one, it was too expensive to get her something she didn't care about.
Yeah.
So it was that line of where do they cross? Like, she doesn't care. Like, she didn't want anything. And if it would have been cheaper, I would have bothered anything to be like, oh, I brought you something. But because it was so expensive and she didn't want anything, it met at a place where I didn't buy her anything.
Did you get yourself a hoodie?
No.
Oh.
I just sent Caitlin's dad
A
one.
hat?
I got me nothing.
You just got the ball.
I got the ball to put on the set. Yeah. And I wouldn't have bought I don't know it was over $200. I wouldn't have bought the ball.
Yeah.
I would have ordered it from my phone and it would have been at home when we got here.
I think it's special you got it there.
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw Adam Sandler in the airport, which is pretty cool.
That was really cool.
Oh, you would do it? Nah. Didn't talk to him though.
I thought somebody did.
Oh, Kevin tried to take a picture of him
Kevin.
and I was like, don't do that.
Oh,
Don't do
yeah.
that. Okay. I think we're good. We good?
We're good.
Okay, everybody. What's that?
Everybody.
That's
Is
Rihanna.
this song?
No.
Black Eyed Peas.
There you go.
Yeah.
That guy got it over you guys.
That's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who would have thought that?
Everybody, get stupid. Get that.
Da, da,
Let's
da,
get
da.
started.
Da, da, da.
Ah.
You know what he used to say, right?
Yes.
What?
Let's get
Let's
the
get-
R word.
Yep.
That was the original version.
Oh, yeah.
It was used differently then.
Hey,
Those times.
hey, back in the days. I want to say good old days. Just back in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if that is still even on. If I were to go to like to iHeart and look up music, if that version could still be played.
No.
Do you think they took it down completely?
Yeah, you would think. If not, then
Well, what's funny is when you watch old movies and they say it in the
Okay.
old movie. Like, they're not going to change the movie.
So the only thing that's up now, as far as Let's Get R Word, are covers of it. The Black Eyed Peas took their version down. It's all Let's Get It Started now.
But there are people doing that version.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. Another one was Enrique Iglesias. He had a song back when I was working at 105.9 KLAZ. It was called 'Cause Tonight I'm Loving You. And it was dum, 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 dum. And the original one was 'Cause Tonight I'm effing you.
oh yeah,
That's a hit. I can play a little
Very
bit from my phone.
bold.
very.
Dude, because the whole thing's like they're at the club and he comes up and he's like, 'cause tonight I'm loving you. And you're like, oh, okay. He just goes up and tells somebody he loves them. And then you hear the real version, 'cause tonight I'm loving you. It's like, wow. You have a lot of confidence in yourself, Mr. Iglesias.
Big time.
Wonder what that's called.
What?
Loving You, maybe?
It's called Tonight. I actually have the song on my phone.
The bad version or the good version?
Probably the bad one because it's Tonight in parentheses,
Oh.
I'm effing you, featuring Ludacris and DJ Frankie. That was a jam when it came out in
Yeah.
2010.
Oh, no, the song
Dude, it was fire.
was great. It was 2010 when it came
2010,
out?
yeah.
So it must have been way after KLAZ then.
Probably, yeah.
Because 2010?
Yeah,
How was it?
2010, yeah.
KHFI, Kiss FM in Austin.
Yeah, that reminds me of my internship.
It does?
Yeah.
I mean, this was a jam.
Because dubstep was popular, and so that the whole club music was really hitting.
'Cause tonight I'm you. I didn't even know that 'cause we were playing the other one on the radio so much.
Is that the same one that goes, I really like it? Or is that another one of his?
Sing more. I don't think it's the same one.
Baby, I like
Baby,
it.
I like
Not the
it.
same song.
Okay.
song.
But what's that one?
That's Enrique, I think. Right?
I
Was
think
that
it's just I
another-
like it.
Okay, let's see. Man, Enrique
Baby, I
had
like
some
it.
bangers too, man. Like people forget.
And how?
And what?
What's up? And how?
Yeah, bangers.
Oh, I don't know what you said. And how?
Dumb joke.
Who's Ann Howe?
I didn't understand
I don't
it.
know.
Because you said bangers and we were talking about the song Effing You.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how? You never say and how?
Uh-uh.
What-
I don't know what that
What are you
means.
saying?
I don't know. Sometimes I have like a 50s dialect that I randomly pull from my brain.
That's okay, because I didn't understand what that
Are you saying and how or
and how? You never heard that?
and
Probably something from like
Old movies?
Yeah, Abbott and Costello or something.
and how?
I thought he was saying Ann Howe in like a name.
I thought he was saying and how, like, and I was like, I'm stupid. I don't know who that is.
And,
man.
it's like a question mark.
I like how he bailed on it, though. He was like, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Then he
Sometimes
fought us to explain it. He was like, I said I'm done.
I was like, don't make me explain it.
Yeah, this one's okay.
Baby, I like it.
Baby, I like it.
Yeah, that's a jam, dude.
Mid jam.
Enrique.
The greatest Enrique song was "I Can Be Your Hero, Baby.
Yeah.
I can kiss away the pain for sure." Or "Bailamos, let the music take you over, bailamos."
Dang, he did have
I'm
jams.
probably not getting that one exactly right, but yeah, Bailamos was awesome. Let's walk a couple bangers here.
Enrique?
Yeah, Hero is.
wow.
He has a bunch of Spanish ones though that I don't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna put Hero number one. I can be your
What is that?
hero,
2003?
baby. I'm bad on years. I don't know.
Does it say there?
I didn't click in.
Dang it.
Okay, hold on. I'll go back.
You didn't dare.
He has a
click
lot
in.
of Spanish songs, and I don't know them, so it's hard.
Try to pronounce them.
Okay, let me look at Amy's thing real quick. Enrique, if I do view song credits, I know you're on. Oh, 2001.
2001?
Thank you, Mike. There is
Dang, I
Duel
was off.
Duel El Corazon.
Dual El?
Duele el corazón.
Something your heart?
The heart hurts.
There, okay, so
Oh,
that's
duele.
I don't know the Spanish, Enrique.
Got it.
But Bailamos, awesome song. God,
Is that dance a lot?
We dance.
We dance.
what is?
Bailamos.
I'm trying to
Oh, that's
translate
Spanish
it.
too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
What you think it was?
Because bailamos.
Dude, I don't know. I just thought it was a word I didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dance.
I don't know these Spanish songs, and I'm like, but Bailamos, that's the one I know.
No.
But he sings it in English though, right? He probably has a Spanish version too. Oh, yeah, he does go, "Let the rhythm take you over, Bailamos."
Yeah, we dance.
And then he goes, "Quisirado, motorito."
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Oh man, come on. Let the music take you over. I messed that up. It's rhythm, not music. Here we go.
I want you.
You tell me I didn't say
What was
that?
the second one, Mike? I
didn't
want
hear
you
it.
what?
And how?
Yo quiero. And what?
And how?
And how?
He goes, don't worry about
Dude,
it.
what about Escape? Jam.
See this one.
You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. No?
I missed that one.
You can hide, but you can't escape my
No?
love. Yeah.
You got that one?
Yeah.
That's a jam. Be With You was awesome. Have we done that one yet? Oh, come on.
Let's see. Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah.
This one gives me like chills on my knees.
It's not guitar.
And the shaker comes in.
Oh,
You're
Escape. Escape was 2001. That must have been on the same
Here you go, here you
record
go,
as
here you go.
Hero.
The shaker.
That's why.
I think shakers are maybe in every Enrique song though. Maybe there are no shakers. Maybe it's just it's.
We used to listen to him a lot in college.
And I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it's running now that you're gone. I just want to be with you. God, Enrique was awesome. Who knew? Oh, Rhythm Divine?
I don't remember that one.
You
Let's
do.
See. Let's see.
You do. Wait for the shakers.
That sounds like, okay, Barbie.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Need is the Rhythm Divine. That's jam. Let's see if we have any more before we go. What's Pendeo?
Whoa. That's a bad word, dude.
Pendejo?
Yeah,
Pendejo?
That's a song.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
Oh. Okay. Do you know
Stupid
know
dude.
the ping pong song?
Mm-mm.
Well, on this one, I bet you do. Hold on. Let's... Maybe not. Anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, Enrique, you the man.
Is he married to Kornikova?
I was. I don't know if he still is. I think he still is. I haven't heard
Good for him.
anything else. Enrique Iglesias is not married, it says. So maybe they did split. They have been, this says they've been together ever since.
He did tour recently,
Wait,
right?
they may still be together. While Celebrity, yeah, it says they met in 2001. What do you think, Mike? Yay?
I think they're still together. Let's see.
Yeah.
The Unexpected Enrique Deep Dive.
Hey, that's showbiz, baby.
I like it.
Bailamos.
Baby, I like
Let the
it.
music take you over. And